Let's talk about Captain of Fate while I create a spread for it in my reading journal. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome, I'm Stefania. To create the page, I'm gonna use some coffee paper. I've created it by putting it inside coffee and to dry in the oven. I'm gonna use these two washi tapes, which I absolutely love. And for the stickers, well, I still had this gorgeous set from Action, which I think fit perfectly with the book. I mean, the main character is a captain after all, so I do really think it fit perfectly well. And then I'm gonna use a pentel brush pen for the title. Before going on, let me remind you one thing. This is a review video with spoilers, so if you don't want to have any spoilers, you can still choose to watch this video by turning down the volume, so you're not gonna hear anything. Instead, if you would love to hear the review but you don't want any spoiler because you still want to read the book, maybe come back to watch this video in the future. This book is the first spin-off of the Twin Crowns series, and I'm gonna be honest, I was looking for the other one first, but sadly that one is gonna come out next year. Fine, I've decided to read this one anyway, even if I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't so interested in Marino. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know, I guess I wasn't expecting so much from him. Instead, it turned out to be a gorgeous book which I've enjoyed, absolutely yes. We're gonna see at the beginning some familiar faces, so beside Marino we're gonna see a sister, Celeste, which probably gonna pronounce in another way, but this is how I would pronounce it in Italian, so I'm sorry if there are gonna be mistakes with names. Anyway, she is still the same exact girl as she was in the previous books. She just wants to help her brother. She's like, now everybody here has a mate, you know, you need a partner as well, and her mission is to help him find love with Rose, because Rose is another character we're gonna see again at the very beginning, and I think it's so funny to watch them try to set him up with a woman when he's literally just, let's say, not caring. He's like, I just want to go back and see my boat is waiting for me, why I'm still here. He's like, I don't want to hurt anybody, but I don't want to be put in this position. Is really facing the whole situation without knowing exactly what to do. And then when he gets too much tired of it, he's like telling his sister to stop it, that if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Instead, Chester doesn't give up, and she decides to try to see something about his future when it comes to his love situation, I would say. And sadly, while doing that, she pushes herself too far and she ends up sick. Now Marino is feeling both guilty and he's super worried about his own sister. He's like, she's everything I have, and he just understands that he has to go on an adventure to find a cure for her, and he's willing to do anything for that because she can be really a thing when she wants to, but still she is his little sister, and there's no way he's gonna let something happen to her. And so while he feels completely guilty about what happened, he takes everything and just starts his adventure to find a cure, which is very funny. He doesn't even know what it's like, he doesn't know what it looks like, he doesn't know where it is. He's really like jumping into the unknown just to find that magic thing for his sister. And at the question, how will I know, the answer that witches told him was, oh, you're a witch too, you're gonna feel it, don't worry, you'll understand. And so he starts his journey to find something to save his sister. He finds himself arriving on an island that he's never seen before, but here's the thing, everybody on that island think he was lucky, very lucky. Instead, he knows the reality, which is that a mermaid saved him, and that mermaid has a name, and it's Kira. And he, however, learns that this is something he should keep up for himself, because in this island, they are the enemies. They aren't trust. because, well, something bad happened in the past and now humans can't leave the island and the mermaid can't leave that part of the sea around that island, and they have a job which is to destroy and basically kill or use humans and then send them back when they're completely lost and they're not even the same person anymore, whether they like it or not. Now Kira decides that this man is worth to be saved, and so she does it, and she goes to him way before her so-called sisters because she feels like he's different and he's worth it. Once he arrives on this island, he has to face the reality of a place where magic isn't known, a place where people can be, some of them very kind, some others instead are all thinking just about power. And in all of this, he finds this girl, Lana, which is a special one for him. And he finds himself being stuck between these two ladies. Lana on a side is somebody he wants to stay with, he overthinks about her, he wants to protect her. At the same time, the same happens with Kira, and he doesn't understand why. He doesn't get why it's happening. And here's the thing about the book that left me like, okay, it wasn't such a big surprise when we found out that actually Kira and Lana are the same person, because there were too many things that were bringing out to that point. First of all, I was like, I don't think in a book like this one, the author would have portrayed the character, the main one, as a man that can't choose between two ladies. I was like, I don't think she would ever portray Marino as a man that while he's with one girl thinks about the other one, or while one goes missing goes straight to the other one and kisses her. I was like, okay, this is already not sounding so good. But the other thing that I found very weird was like, it looks like it's very, very, let's say, a perfect timing. Every single time that Lana has these headaches and has to put herself to bed for, as she said, sometimes it goes on for days. That's when we don't see Lana, but we see Kira. And when we are with Kira and then she goes to sleep because she's really tired and she truly wants to sleep, that's when we don't see Kira anymore, but we always see Lana. And I was like, this is very weird. Isn't it crazy that with them both being attracted to Marino, they are never in the same place at the same time when he's there? Isn't it really weird? Like, this sounds bad. Like, it doesn't sound like they're two person. So for me, it wasn't a surprise to see them being the same person. I was more surprised, however, about Marino and Celeste's mother. Like, I wasn't expecting to find her here because he said that she left us so long ago, and I was like, you know what, I get it, she's gone. This was just something created to build the relationship between Marino and Celeste even more, like to make you see how they always had to look out for each other because it was just the two of us. Their father wasn't really that important figure in their lives. It was their mother, and she's gone. And so I never thought, oh, we're gonna find her again. Absolutely no. So that was a big surprise in the moment in which she find his house, knock on the door, expecting to find help for his sister. I wasn't expecting to be his mother, the one that would have answered that door, let's say it in that way. So that definitely was a bigger surprise for me. I have to say that overall I really enjoyed the book. I found it was a gorgeous one. I still did miss the fact that we haven't seen, for example, Ren in this one, but I was okay with it because it's a spin-off, so of course we had to focus on Marina's story. And I just can't wait also for the other spin-off because I think it's gonna be just as much as interesting as this one, if not even more. I do think that if you haven't read Twin Crowns, you should definitely first read that series to understand this one, because I will say it in this way. The story itself, you don't need to read the previous one to understand something, but to understand while Celeste and Rose are so much trying to set up Marino with a lady just to, let's say, give him that chance of having a life full of love, I think that to fully get why they are so into it, you should read the previous 3 books. So I do think this book was just as good as the previous 3, absolutely yes, and it was definitely worth my time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to give it a thumb up and to subscribe for more videos like this one. Let me know with a comment if you read this book. As always, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye!